Ancient Rome, Grade 5 Social Studies Project, submitted to Mr. Hoffman by Carter McNeil. Ancient Rome was a city known for its food. The main food was pottage, which was a kind of thick stew made from wheat and corn. Sometimes they also put meat in it. Most people ate bread, fish, and homemade vegetables and drank wine. As Rome grew, the people started to use spices from other countries to make their food taste better. If you were poor in Rome, you lived in a small house with only 1 or 2 rooms. There was no running water, and everyone slept in the same room. Rich families had much nicer homes. They had many rooms and an open courtyard where the people could relax or pick vegetables from their garden. Inside, the rich had rooms that were painted. The very rich had artists come in and paint a mural or a mosaic on the walls. The rich also had pipes that brought water into their homes. The bigger the pipe, the richer the family was. Men wore 2 pieces of clothes, a tunic and a toga. A belt was also used. Rich people had fancy and colorful togas that also looked like capes. Women dressed almost the same as men, except their tunics were much longer and in many different colors. Again, the more money you had, the fancier your clothes were. Both men and women wore sandals that wrapped around the entire foot. Soldiers wore a tunic, usually a certain color. They also wore armor that was usually passed down from generation to generation. Rome is found in a country called Italy, and it has a star next to it. It looks like a boot on the map in the picture. Most Romans lived in the countryside because they were farmers. Other Romans lived in cities with a lot of buildings and people. The weather in Rome has very warm and dry summers. In the winter it is cooler, but they do not get a lot of snow. Sometimes it does snow, but not very often. If you were a rich man, you had a very easy life and did not work all day. A lot of the time, you spent your time relaxing in a bath. Poor men had it much harder. They worked from sunup to sundown and did not have a lot of time to relax. Women stayed home and did chores because they were not allowed to work. Rich women bossed around their slaves to do all their work while they had their hair and makeup done. Children were very important in Rome. They stayed with their family for a long time, and all children were educated. The Romans, like the Greeks, believed that gods controlled their lives. Each god had a different job to do. Romans built churches to say thank you to the gods and keep them happy. The Romans were responsible for many different innovations. The Romans created things such as newspapers, roads, a calendar, and Roman numerals. One of the most famous inventions of Romans was aqueducts. Romans enjoyed their free time. To relax, they would first go to a public bathhouse. Next, they go into a room to take a warm bath, almost like a steam room. Next, they would take a very hot bath in another special room. Then they would go outside and cool off, and sometimes even get a massage. Romans also loved their games. The Colosseum had many events, which included gladiator fighting, animals, or each other. Romans also loved theater. They would gather in an outdoor theater to watch a play put on by many different actors. Government was also an important part of ancient Rome. Their leader was the emperor, and he was the ruler of Rome. The next 2 important people were called consuls. Consuls worked with Senate to make rules and lead the people. These people were all very powerful because they controlled the army. The Romans were also very creative people. They built the Colosseum where many important events were held. It still stands today but is no longer used. Many famous sculptures were created by the Roman people. Painting the people, or still art, was also popular in Rome. Mosaics, like the ones in rich people's homes, were another important work of art. Thank you for watching this presentation.